Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a story that's got Hollywood buzzing, and it's all about David Ellison and his latest moves in the entertainment industry. But this isn't just about mergers and acquisitions, it's about strategy, influence, and the power plays behind the scenes. So, let's break it down. First off, what makes this really interesting is how Ellison is orchestrating support for the Paramount-Warner Brothers merger. It's not just about business, it's about perception. Personally, I think what's fascinating here is the timing and the players involved. You've got Ari Emanuel, a major Hollywood agent, publicly backing the deal in the Wall Street Journal. Now, here's where it gets juicy. Ellison recently committed to paying Emanuel's TKO a whopping $7.7 billion to broadcast UFC fights. Coincidence? Maybe. But it's a detail I find fascinating because it shows how interconnected these deals are. What many people don't realize is that these relationships can shape public opinion and regulatory outcomes. Now, let's talk about the Democrats. Ellison's strategy seems to be isolating the attorneys general suing to block the deal by making it look like prominent Democrats are on board. Take California Governor Gavin Newsom, for example. Reports suggest his office has been encouraging a resolution out of court, which is a big deal. But here's the thing, Newsom has a history of siding with big corporations. In my opinion, this raises a deeper question: are these endorsements genuine, or part of a calculated strategy to sway public and regulatory opinion? What's even more intriguing is how Ellison is using media to his advantage. He penned an op-ed in the New York Times, arguing that the merger will create jobs and protect Hollywood. But here's the kicker: LA County's Department of Economic Opportunity actually predicts job losses if the deal goes through. This disconnect between what's being said and the reality on the ground is something I find really telling. It's like, if you take a step back and think about it, the narrative being pushed doesn't always align with the facts. And let's not forget the role of Ari Emanuel, who's been out there praising Ellison and the deal. On CNBC, he talked about how Ellison plans to spend $30 billion on content annually, which sounds great for Hollywood's economy. But here's where I have to pause: combining two major companies doesn't necessarily lead to more competition. In fact, it often does the opposite. So, when executives call this deal pro-competitive, I can't help but raise an eyebrow. What this really suggests is that the language being used is carefully crafted to sway public opinion. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Ellison's team is pulling out all the stops, from lobbying in Washington to leveraging relationships with high-profile figures. But what's really at stake here? It's not just about Paramount and Warner Brothers, it's about the future of media consolidation. Over 1,000 creatives signed a letter opposing the deal, citing concerns about reduced competition and fewer opportunities for creators. That's a huge red flag. Personally, I think this merger could set a precedent for how much power we're willing to give to a handful of media giants. Finally, let's not forget the financial pressures. Paramount needs this deal to happen, and fast. Starting October 1st, they'll be paying Warner Brothers shareholders $7 million every day until the deal closes. That's a ticking time bomb. And with the trial delayed until March, the stakes are higher than ever. Could the AGs use this leverage to extract a major settlement, maybe even carving out CNN? It's a possibility worth considering. So, what's the takeaway here? In my opinion, this isn't just about a merger, it's about the tactics being used to push it through. From media narratives to political endorsements, Ellison's team is playing a high-stakes game. But the question is, will it work? And more importantly, what does it mean for the future of Hollywood and media consolidation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you convinced by Ellison's arguments, or do you see this as a power play? Either way, this is a story worth watching. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more insights into the world of media and entertainment. See you next time.